You know, it's just like all of this news about America, the empire, is coming to an end. Just like the cost of food when you go out. And just the general attitude of people nowadays. Just wars all over the place. And you say to yourself, wow, this is the end, right? This is the end, right? It kind of makes getting out of bed a little more difficult. I don't know. Am I the only one here? I mean, have you talked to people lately? People are fucking pretty miserable, to put it that way. I mean, I think the ultimate idea is to try to like just stay inside your house as much as you can. At the end of the day, I think that's good practice. Guys, I ate 1.5 quarts of ice cream the other day. I don't even know what you say next. What's the following thing that comes out of your mouth? I don't know. And then I'm gonna do some heroin with Jimi Hendrix and fucking who's that other loudmouth bitch? I don't know. My memory's gone. I mean, it's like everything. Yeah, so I ate 1.5 quarts of ice cream. Vanilla ice cream from Breyers. I don't know what they're putting in this shit, bro. Okay? It's fantastic vanilla ice cream. Do I have to tell you right now? I start one scoop and I'm like, oh, I'm eating this whole box, this whole container. Can I get like a security service that'll just tase me every time I think about buying something sweet? Because shit's out of control, man. It's out of control. I fucking go to I go to the ice cream section and I'm like, I'm actually thinking about the cost of food now. Like I'm trying to like budget myself a little bit. And I'm like, all right, I guess I won't buy the Ben & Jerry's, right? And I walk down and I'm like, Friendlies? I don't know. And then it says Turkey Hill. I'm like, Turkey Hill, holy mackerel. You remember Turkey Hill had like the highest percentage of high fructose corn syrup in their iced tea that you could buy? Yeah. You had to get this iced tea out of the container with a spackle knife. It's like, I'm passing on the Turkey Hill. And then I saw Breyers. I said, oh, my mother used to get Breyers ice cream. Yeah, before there was Cold Stone Creamery. Jesus Christ, you had the Breyers, and by the time we actually got some ice cream out of the fucking container, it was freezer burnt. That's right, because my parents would torture me for days on end. We'd have desserts. You asked for dessert. It was either 3 cookies. Like, what is this 3 everything? What are you guys, Illuminati? I said fucking 3 cookies. As a kid, I got news for you. Give me the sleeve. This is why Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory was so popular. You people don't even understand. Remember that movie? They would go in there and like everything was edible candy. You're like, holy Christ. I'm having 3 cookies after dinner. I'm popping a boner right now. By the way, I'm taking a broad to Friendlies on a first date. I wish I could get back into like the dating game, you know, even though I love being married. And no, I said, if I was back in the dating scene, what I would do is I would take a chick to Friendlies. Oh, yeah. This is how you know you got a solid broad. You throw a fribble down her throat. You take a girl on a date, not to Wendy's, not to humiliate her during the date. It's to humiliate her after the date. Because then she's going to have to talk to her girlfriend, Susan. So, how was your date? She's like, oh, it was okay, Wendy. Oh, yeah? Where did you go? Say, for a French place? Oh, oui, do. You're like, well, not quite. Friendlies. Listen, okay? Wendy's used to come out with a hamburger, and they'd have decorative parsley around it. And hell, if I'm not sure if it wasn't made out of plastic. I mean, plastic garnishes, anybody? We'll go with the Friendlies. Get me a Reese's Pieces cupcake. What the fuck was that thing? Reese's Peanut Butter Cup of fucking sundae. They used to come out with the thing was in a fishbowl. I'm like, are you kidding me? Does this place have any fucking nutritional scruples? No, baby. And that was a pan-fried burger. You know what I'm talking about? Take your flame broiled, whatever it is. I don't want you cooking my steak on my hamburgers on a grill. I want it on a skillet. I saw this the other day. A fucking skillet, a breakfast skillet now they make. I don't know, it's like $300, but it's like a breakfast skillet. It's like a big hot iron plate. You put it in your backyard. I looked at this thing and my A1C went up. What is A1C? What is that, diabetic marker? Anyway, so, yeah, man. Forgot what I was gonna say. What the fuck were we talking about? Must have been really important. Whatever it was. Yeah, I'm telling you, Friendlies is, listen, if you get laid after taking a chick to Friendlies, you never go and look and hang out with that chick again. I'm sorry. She's going to be calling you on the phone. What happened? I thought the date went so well. Say, listen, I call her back. I say, listen, Tara, you fucked me after a date with Wendy's. Friendlies, pardon me. All right? No chick fucks after Friendlies. Have a little dignity, will you? Holy mackerel. What do you walk around with your legs open? These fucking Long Island pigs. I don't know, I'm watching TikTok the other day and, well, it's just my favorite thing to do in the world. You know? I love AI. These AI videos, they fucking freak me out. You ever see dark fantasy videos? And they always play that same song. I don't know how it goes. Like boo doo 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 doo. I don't know, it looks like horror science fiction from fucking Star Trek. Something from the 60s. It's almost like how 60s would like portray what hell would on Earth would be like. I don't know how to explain it. It's absolutely fantastic. Yeah, AI is going to be able to terrify us. Do you know that? Like, they're going to be able to show us videos that actually absolutely terrify us. It's going to start to understand, like, what we react to the most. And they're going to be able to... artificial intelligence is going to be able to, like, hold us like flies and pull our wings off. Pretty soon. That's what people don't realize. Everybody's racing toward it. You know? You know how fast it's going to be able to fucking manipulate? You know what's crazy? Somebody has AI right now, and they're controlling the world. They typed in, how do I take over this fucking sewer pit? Planet Earth, right? And AI was like, oh, this is so simple. Men are so stupid. Watch how easy this is. The receipt comes out like conky. And you're like, oh, this is how you take over the world. Let's get on it. Who's going to stop me? That's what I want to know. Pure AI, this is what's running the world right now. And if you think we haven't had it for years now, you're out of your gourd. So when I tell you there's greater minds at work, you sit there and you scratch your head and you wonder why, you know, the world is fucking upside down. You say there are greater minds at work here. That's right. Artificial intelligence. Anyhow, I mean, that's the fuck it. I went to the car show the other day. Oh my God. Sometimes the best cars are just like, you know, you got your Hellcat there. All right. If I got to see another Hellcat at a car show, we get it. We get it. All right. Saw a fucking little Ranchero. Like 60s Ranchero, a 144 inline six. I said, holy shit though, with 3 on the tree. I mean, awesome. I'm growing a tree in my pants for it. Just a nice little cruiser to get around. You know what I mean? A Survivor. This type of thing. What's that? You fell asleep? I don't blame you. What are you, bored to death? Why don't you go watch TikTok videos instead? This is the direction that the world is going in. And I don't blame anybody. I saw one of this girl diver, right? She's like in a diver suit and she's climbing over the edge of the boat to get in the water. She's going down the stairs and this fucking great white shark comes up from the abyss and almost grabs her legs. And you're like, holy shit. If I was her, like as soon as I got home, every piece of that diving equipment would be on Facebook Marketplace. I would never enter the water again. That's simple. That's simple. What do you have? This surfer chick who got her arm bit off by a shark? She's on like a surfboard the next day. I'm like, honey, what are you doing? You're chumming the water with that stump. Come on. That's the thing. As soon as I saw her arm get bit off, I say, that's it. I don't go in the water anymore. And I'm not even her. I said, you know, you learn by experience. Her, you know, horrendous experience. So I'm like, all right, I guess I'm done with the water over here in Australia. I mean, who goes in the water? Who does anything in Australia? Who comes out of their house? You got brown recluse spiders chasing you? Scorpions? Snakes? For fuck's sake, the stingrays even have bad attitudes. I saw this dumb hoa on the beach. Another TikTok video. These people found the fucking like a stingray, and it had some fishing line wrapped around it. So they're gonna go over and they're gonna help it out. I love these people. They come out. They got scissors. What's going on? We're gonna take it. We're gonna save them. The fucking thing takes the spear, that spear in the back, and rams it right into the woman's arm. He was like, thanks for the help, baby. Bajoing. Let me inject the venom. And, yeah. So this thing fucked her. And apparently it's like really painful. And I'm like, you guys didn't like learn from Steve Irwin that one of these cocksuckers can shoot a barb right into your heart and drop you dead? That automatically means, like, next time I see one with fishing line, it's either a fucking curb stomp or I'm out of there. I don't know how far he can launch that barb. That's all. Imagine if they had that ability and when one of those suckers washed up on the shore, everybody would start running. Be like, fuck, look out. He's sitting there prone on the beach with his aiming his fucking stinger. That's the thing. Let me be Poseidon. Let me be Poseidon. I'd be very petty. Like if I had a problem with my neighbor, like constantly putting his bags of grass cuttings on my side of the property to get thrown out. If I had those kind of problems, I'd call Poseidon. I would have his whole house crawling with horseshoe crabs. Yeah, they go outside and go to work, cocksucker. You ever see a horseshoe crab? They're harmless. They're harmless. This is God's like humor in life, all right? He said, I'm going to make this thing, it's harmless, but it looks like absolute piece of disgusto. Yeah, that's right. He's got an armored shell. Flip him up upside down, and it looks like hell on wheels underneath. Okay, there's pincers, there's arms flying around, there's exoskeleton, and then let's put a massive spear on the back of him, too, as well. I remember stepping on these things as a kid. We used to have the beach, and behind the beach was like the murky pond. And as kids, you're like, yeah, I'll go into the murky pond. This is something you would never do as an adult. And you would step on something, you're like, hey, what is that? Ka-toink, ka-toink. You know, next thing you know, comes crawling out a horseshoe crab. You're like, oh wow, I stepped on that thing? What do I do, saw off my foot now? Fucking horror. The horrors of fucking nature. It's unreal. Yeah, so if I'm Poseidon, that's it. You know? You gotta do things like that. You gotta send like a whole army of crabs onto the beach. You know, to just start, clawing people. Crabs have bad attitudes, man. I learned that at an early age. They're all about the smoke at the end of the day. They sit there like this. Like, come on, motherfucker. Claws open, arms in the air. It's like, isn't there any buildup of lactic acid? They'll sit there like this. And you go down near them, they'll reach for you. They're like, whoosh, whoosh. If there was ever a creature that could ever tell you, like, fuck you, it's a crab. And to people like to talk about pit bulls and honey badgers. What about crabs? They're mean-ass motherfuckers, man. Oh, my God. I mean, I've talked about this before, but I remember catching a spider crab. Me and Phil, we caught a spider crab. It might have been world, like, record-breaking spider crab. It was in our biggest crab trap, which is, like this big, with the trap doors that would fall down. And when we pulled this thing out of the water, I let out a gasp like a woman. It was a fucking spider crab. He was like jammed in there. The cage was bending. He's jammed in there like this, in like a permanent most muscular pose. And I said, holy shit though. Phil, cut the line. Phil brings the fucking trap up onto the dock. And what you don't know about a crab trap, as soon as you put it on the dock, the doors release. So I'm like, great, we're in Gladiator now. I'm waiting for the doors to open. Thanks, Phil, for bringing that fucking Leviathan up onto the dock. Phil drops the fucking cage. The doors drop. We both run. Either direction. The son of a bitch couldn't get out of the cage. He was so big. Sitting there like this, and they start clicking. They make like a clicking noise. You're like, I was like, prehistoric click. Make it stop. The thing's like, I'm trapped. And I'm like, oh shit, now he's trapped in there. What do we do? It's like, anybody have a hand grenade? Anybody? Nobody around here? It's like, what do we do now? We got to get our trap. If we would have had a bat, I would have walked up like Jose Canseco and fired that thing halfway across the Great South Bay. Fuck them all, big and small. crabs. I don't like anything with an exoskeleton. Tell you right now. They can all go to hell. Burn, I don't know. Lobsters, crabs. I love people that go crazy over crabs. Like crab meat, crab legs, whatnot. Fuck out of here, man. I'm good with a New York strip. The seafood, to me, it's a joke. Who eats seafood? Oh, I know some of you people go to pieces over it. I don't know, guys. There's no real direction here. I mean, I don't know if you figured that out already. It's like my motivation to do anything is just so poor lately. You know, so I don't want to do anything. It's like I don't know whether this is a sign of the times or if it's me biologically just shutting down as an old man. You know, I got to get steroids. I know I've been beating this fucking drum to death, but really, honestly, I think I need steroids. I find myself getting way too comfortable laying on the couch. You can't do anything long form anymore. It's just like you can't watch a movie. I can't even get through the credits on the movie before my hand starts vibrating and I'm on TikTok again. I'm like, zip selling. You know, it's just a roarous of entertainment. I mean, little spats of this, that. The next thing you know, somebody's telling you about how we got the Anunnaki flying down. That's right, aliens going to come down, and this, that, the other thing, and some other adults telling me about how the Earth is flat. I find all of it very fascinating. Don't you? How far are we in here? 23. Yeah, man. So I'm at the car show the other day, and I see this kid rolls in with a McLaren, okay? We're talking about, I don't know. How much is a McLaren these days? All right, this kid could not have been older than 19 years old. Absolutely zero respect at the car show, do I gotta tell you? Let me tell you something. The car show has a system of checks and balances, okay? Listen, you can't be 19 years old driving around in a McLaren. All right, it just reeks of look at what Daddy bought me. It just does. How do you get any respect? Of course, his girlfriend was super hot. This is the other thing that pisses me off. Come on. I go out to a restaurant the other day. It's like this high-end restaurant, right? This high-end restaurant up in Huntington, right on the water with yachts and everything, and they love to give you a fucking ribeye that's a fucking quarter-inch thick. We got a ribeye that my wife got a ribeye that was a quarter-inch thick. I was like, what is this? What do we get? Stop and Shop? The fucking we got yachts over here passing by. This is supposed to be high-end food. You're gonna bang me over the head $80 for this fucking ribeye. You should have saw this ribeye. It's like what is that? A piece of bologna? And by the way, my dream is every time I get a steak from a steakhouse, when they put it down in front of me, I want to go, it's like a piece of charcoal!
It's like a piece of charcoal! Bring it over here!
Here's your steak.
That's all I want. That's all I want.
Just to be a real asshole. I want to get rich to the point where I could be an asshole. About everything. I'm sorry. It's the truth, though. And that's it. That's all I'd say every time I got a piece of food. It could be anything. They give me a salad. I'm like, it's like a cheese. It's a bowl full of charcoal here. For crying out loud. My whole thing is, to be honest with you, I just want to get really rich so I can give killer tips. I'm serious. I want to give awesome tips, but I want to like hide in the corner when I leave and like watch the people get their tip. Like, wait a second, did she get it yet? Oh, she got it. Oh my God, the twat is dripping. No, I don't know. I think it's a killer thing to do. Give good tips. Whatever. What the fuck ever. Yeah. So we're at this restaurant, and I gotta take a piss. So I go down, and it's like a bar area, and I see this like young guy, 16 years old. We're talking about mop head. You ever see these 16-year-old kids? He looks like half retarded. Like, sitting there like doy. Like zero, like actual, like muscular physique. But he's got like the Louis Vuitton shoes on. And you can tell his father's rich, and his father looks like Dustin Hoffman. You know, and he's like, he's got his son there, and his son is with the most like hottest girl you've ever seen in your life. Like, I want you to picture like the hottest like young girl, like when you were in high school, like the hottest chick in this fucking school. Okay, she was 10 times hotter, and she's with this dork, and you're saying to yourself, okay, this guy's got bottomless pockets. Let's face it. He got his dopey kid, this smoking hot girlfriend. Like some people got it really good in life. That kid's gonna have it good. Then he's gonna be driving around the car show in his McLaren. All right, and that's when you get, detected as a fraud. Okay, because when you roll past the car clubs, like the rumblers are sitting there. You know, and they got the beards and they got the tattoos and this type of thing, and they got their hot rod that they built themselves behind them. You know, they welded up the beer keg gas tank and this type of thing, and they sit there and Todd comes by in his fucking McLaren, and they look at him like, zero respect, dude, zero respect. There's a yin and a yang in this world, okay? But then again, his girlfriend is smoking hot, so who wins? I mean, I don't know. Man. So yeah, I like to go to the car show. Hey, listen, I go to the car show, I walk across the street, and I get 2 slices of pizza. Ladies and gentlemen, when's the last time you had pizza, huh? I was driving in my car, and it was like Eddie Van Halen's, like, I don't know, his fucking anniversary of his death or something like that. So, of course, we got to hear Hot for Teacher all day. I hate the radio. Anyway, this guy's like, the announcer's like, yeah, Eddie wrote this note to everybody, like, when he died. He's like, I don't want anybody crying. Go out and get a slice of pizza for me. And you're like, oh, my God, can Eddie Van Halen get any cooler? Guys, go out and enjoy a slice of pizza for me. Because he loved pizza. And Eddie Van Halen pisses me off. He was ripped. Who had better fucking genetics than this fucking guy? And he's running around eating pizza, smoking cigarettes. Doesn't that piss you off? I want to be ripped eating pizza and smoking cigarettes. Who lived a better life? And he's a fucking considered one of the greatest guitarists of all time. Come on. Come on, line them up, girls. Come on, line them up. Who gets more poontang than a rock star? Anybody? And we're talking about quality poontang. Anyway, I don't know. I don't fucking know. You know, I was watching this video the other day, and it was a guy talking about the fact that we sent $175 billion over to the Ukraine. And just like all the things you could have did here. Like you can end homelessness for everybody in the United States. Like provide housing and like get a job and everything like that, if it was like $5 billion. So it's like, that's kind of like an easy one. When you're throwing $175 billion around, I mean, like, instead of Ukraine, I don't know, let's like fix homelessness for like 1/16 of that amount. And then the other thing was like you could rebuild every school in America and pay every teacher like 80 grand a year for like, that was like, I don't know, it's like 20 billion. You're like, okay, that leaves us a lot left over. So you could do that. You could fix every water pipe in the United States for like another like I think it was like 20 billion. And these numbers, I was like, oh, really? That really doesn't cost that much. Or you could repave every road for like, I don't know, fucking 30 billion, 40 billion. And like, you weren't even dented this 175. And like solved all of it. You could build the border wall for 5 billion. All right. With inflation now, it would probably be about 10 billion. So you have it's like border wall, yeah, no problem. What else you got? I was thinking you could rebuild everybody in Maui and all this for like, I don't know. You could upgrade. What was one thing you could do? You could upgrade the electrical grid, something like that. It was only like, might have been 30 billion. So we don't have to be constantly under the threat of a fucking EMP. It's like you could make the United States a pretty fucking groovy place to live. But no, I was just send it over to Ukraine. Adoy. I'm telling you, I'm going to Ukraine. You didn't know? When this whole war is over, I'm going to Ukraine on vacation. And guess what? It's on the fucking house. That's right. I'm going over there to the fanciest hotel. I'm going to be like, I'm here. All right? I don't know. Give me the room on top. The main suite. Oh, and by the way, I'm taking a bath. Have somebody come in with a sponge, will you? Yeah, preferably a 10. 175 billion. I go out to dinner, they give me a tip. This coffee's outrageous. Though I gotta tell you, and the coffee cup warmer, I'm telling you right now, one of the greatest inventions we've ever seen. Never mind one small step for man. We got one hot coffee for man over here. All right? One steaming hot cup of coffee for mankind. Stick that one in your breezer. Guys, how far are we in here? I mean, yeah, I know. Yeah, we got some packages here today. You know, I feel so terrible. Well, number one, that I gotta move this fucking extension cord. God. I got this package, I can't even tell you how long ago. But I was waiting for something else to kind of show up because I don't want to just open up one package. So then, we got this package right here, and it happens to be from, well, it's from Hunter Biden. To the Bithead 1000 Comedy Hour. What's in here? Like a bag of crack, cocaine? I don't know. Let's open it up and find out. All right, this is well, let's be honest, it's frightening. We have a note here. It says, why no more police scanner? Fire Island, here we go. Oh, wow, okay. And now it's a drawing of a guy masturbating. Okay. Dear Bithead 1000, this is laminated, by the way. Dear Bithead 1000, aka Yessie Burrs, I hope you had a great Father's Day and Juneteenth Day too. Because the blacks love the show. Thank you for not showing commercials in my face every 4 minutes. P.S. on the back, Jerry. Yeah, and then there's a picture of a guy masturbating. Thank you, Jerry. I appreciate that. Yeah, we don't hit you over the head with commercials over here, by the way. I mean, we have a Patreon page. I mean, feel free to visit. You know? Did I again say, you know, commercial-free entertainment over here? No, thank you, Jerry. That was lovely. And he sent a pen that says, I hate everyone too. And we got a liquid hydration multiplier. So, thank you, Jerry. Okay, moving along. Here we go. It's we got ones coming over from Keifer, right? In Washington, WA. Okay, in Washington. Now, unfortunately, we don't have Johnny Blade, but we have Susan Switch. All right. Alrighty, here we go. Dear Bithead, it's that time of year to show my appreciation for the years of entertainment since the days of Mike Gartner saying to stay out of his neck of the woods, and EDT 1138 was sending full-size portraits. That's right. Yes, remember? Oh, geez, remember these guys? I truly know that. Boy, that seems so long ago. That seems so long ago. I truly know that there are people who have had their lives impacted by you in some way or form. What has the suicide rate gone up? And I've included a usual assortment of zip, zip boing, zip boing. Okay, Keifer. We all know Keifer. Just know you do. To matter, you're funny, you're a YouTube sensation, but last but not least, you're a legend. Stay awesome. Wow, Keifer. Keifer's the man. That's for sure. That's for sure. Look at this. Whoa! Okay. Still got it, guys. Almost 48. I mean, I don't know if you saw those reflexes. Holy shit, what is this? What is this? Hopefully, you and your son can make some awesome stuff with this. It charges and holds a good battery, but doesn't show a light. Hope he enjoys. Oh shit, look at this. A GoPro. Wow, look at it. I feel like I'm looking into one of those mirrors where you see a bunch of something because I got my GoPro right here. Wow. A Silver 7. Wow. This thing is in nice shape. Huh, awesome. That's awesome. Don't you see? You tried to get me with this box. Okay, I know how this box works. Look at that. Look at that. Zip-dee-doo. Oh, shit, we got some tapes in here. Let me see. Oh. Booty people. Who are the booty people? I can't read anymore. I mean, well, I can't see anymore. Let me say, I can't see. Yeah, it's booty people. Wow, what year is that? 77. Okay. Yep, Fine Young Cannibals. I remember these guys. Sounds to Haunt Your House. Oh my God, this is the kind of stuff I would have went nuts for. I used to have all sound effects, like CDs and cassette tapes. Play all sorts of sounds, disgusting sounds. Haunted house shit. Oh, please. This reminds me of when we put a speaker, me and Phil, we put a speaker into the neighbor's yard. The guy we used to do a paper route for, but he would never tip us. So we're like, fuck him. If he unsubscribes, it's like one less paper we got to deliver. We're not making any money off of him. I know, not exactly a great customer service attitude, but we're like, fuck him tender. So we ran. Phil had this big spool of wire because his father robbed it from Grumman. Of course. This huge fucking spool of wire. Like fucking, 2-ax wire for anything. I think it was for demolition, like blowing up dynamite. So we fucking rolled this thing out all the way down to this guy's house and fucking put a speaker in the bushes right underneath his bedroom window. And then we go back to the house and we connect the other end of the fucking line to Phil's fucking 900-watt Lafayette receiver. Phil had this Lafayette receiver. You pick it up and your fucking L5 pops out of the side of your fucking waist. It was like the heaviest receiver of all time. I don't even know how many watts. It's one of these ones that tells you it's like 200 watts, and meanwhile it's like a pure 5,000. Back then all the amplifiers were underrated. Anyhow, we'd sit there and we wait till nighttime, and all of a sudden we play this fucking horrific car crash. Bang, bang, crash. And, we'd sit there and we'd look and you'd see the light come on. We used to have all these speakers from the garbage, so it didn't matter. We'd always find big speakers in the garbage, bring them home. Phil's whole fucking wall was all garbage speakers. So then we would play people like gagging and throwing up, and we see the light come on. You can't have better times. You just can't in your life. And we're sitting in his room rolling. Like, what are we going to play next? A fucking guy ripping ass with a fart? I mean, I'm all about it. What is this? Japanese for travelers. Oh my God, this is like Chinese water torture. You're going to sit there, you're going to listen to over 400 words and phrases in Japanese? It's a nightmare. Guns N' Roses, Use Your Illusion, 2. Is that 2? There was a second one? I don't know, you lost me. What's up? What's on this one? If I only had my glasses, Civil War. Yeah, Guns N' Roses, man. They were a thing. I can't listen to them anymore. Sorry, the radio basically destroyed that. If I got to hear Sweet Child of Mine one more time, the beginning of Welcome to the Jungle, or a Paradise City, what else? A November Rain. I could gag like radio. You destroyed it. You kicked its teeth in more than you did to Hotel California and Stairway to Heaven. That's what you've done. Or fucking Piano Man. I can't hear any of these songs again. I want to thank the radio for that. Songs of the Civil War. Let me tell you something right now. If you ever go to buy an old car and you press it has a tape deck in it, and you press the eject button and this tape comes out, you buy that car. Because anybody that listens to the songs of the Civil War is like the most responsible person ever to live. Okay, we're talking oil changes every 2,000 miles. Me and my wife, when I first met my wife, I was helping her to buy a car. And we looked at this Nissan Altima. Great old couple, right? And I'm saying to myself, all right, I don't know if this is the real deal. I don't know if they're the owners, but I like the fact that they're old as hell. And we started driving, and I hit on the CD player, to listen to music, and it was like, I'm the type of guy that likes to get around. A zip a zang a zoing in the bing boom pow. I mean, I was like, buy the car now. They listen to oldies. These are good people. These are responsible people. That's it. The car's still fucking on the road. That's how you buy a car. You never mind checking the oil, or inspecting it. Just look at the owners. We got the Blues Brothers over here. I never understood the Blues Brothers. Like, I don't know. Like, I never watched the Blues Brothers movie and I was like, ha 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 ha. I just didn't get it. Invasion. Whatever that means. That's awesome. Oh, it's Vinny. Oh, it's the Vinnie Vincent invasion. Oh shit. Vinnie Vincent. Okay. What the fuck happened with him? Everybody thought he OD'd on drugs. Vinnie Vincent was like one of those bad boys of rock back then. You know what I mean? He was all into drugs and dope and heroin. It was like, Vinnie Vincent, is he alive? Is he dead? It was like the Ultimate Warrior. It's like when the second version of the Ultimate Warrior came out, everybody was like, what, did the original one die? And like, we got this guy, Vinnie Vincent, like, he's nuts. Right? And he looked like, I don't know, he looked like a broad or something like that. I don't know. He played a flying V, obviously. Oh, God. The California Raisins, okay? Sing the hit songs. This was like a thing, California Raisins. I had the figurine. I had the one with the bendable arms, and he had like a microphone. The California Raisins were a thing. That's how stupid we were. All right? I mean, talk about pulling the wool. How do you make California Raisins? The guys in that boardroom are geniuses. Like, hey guys, we got these fucking raisins. They're from California. All right? What do we do about this? How do we sell these raisins? And it's like, I got a great idea. But remember that song, Heard It Through the Grapevine? Who did that song? I don't know. But I remember I went over to this nerdy kid's house one time. You ever, when you were in school, right around like elementary, middle school, and you would meet a guy, and he would have video games, but he was like super nerdy or something like that. But you're like, I don't give a shit. He's got a Nintendo, or he's got some games I've never seen before, right? So it's like, I can hang out with him. So you make plans to go over his house after school, but you've never been there before. So it's like, kind of like, you get that excitement, nervousness, like you're going over a stranger's house. And you go into their house and they have a barking dog. And they take a can of coins and they shake it and the dog stops barking. You're like, wow, I've never seen that before. And the kitchen is laid out right in the middle of the house like a galley. And you're like, wow, I've never seen that before. And you just like smells, you're picking up smells. You're like, I'm in a different place now, It's true. It's true. And you're like, it's weird. And then you go and he's showing you his games and whatnot. Anyway, this cocksucker puts on Heard It Through the Grapevine on auto repeat. He had like the single tape and he had it on auto repeat. So we're sitting in there and we keep on listening to Heard It Through the Grapevine over and over again. I'm like, somebody kill me. And from that point on, I hate the fucking song. I was like, you goddamn nerd, don't you have some deal around here? I don't know. It's just like I couldn't get out of that house fast enough. Songs from the Civil War. What did they have? Cannonball to the Chest? Is it a metal band? What the hell is this? Holy shit, it's a set of tits mug. Oh, Jesus. I guess we got a new mug, guys. Wow. Yeah, he's a Keifer. Where'd you find this set of tits mug? And I got news for you. Not a bad backside either. Wow. Yeah, brother. That's what I'm talking about. All right, that needs a cleaning, but okay. Yeah, man. I'm digging it. I'm digging it, man. Wow. Sip of coffee. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Can't get much better than that. What is this? The random but can be used weird shit. Okay. Let's see here. Jesus Christ. What the hell is this? I don't know what that is. Yeah. It's a wrench display. You didn't know? Holy mackerel. Made in Taiwan. There you go. Maybe it's a condom, a used condom holder. Let's go here. What do we got? T-shirt. Oh, fucking A. Look at that. Wow. Oh, awesome. Awesome. That's my first Iron Maiden poster, by the way, when I was a kid. Yep. Yeah, that's awesome. The Trooper. That was my first poster. I could tell you my posters in order. Are you ready? Yeah, I had the Trooper, then I had World Slavery, then I had Killers, then I had the Eddie door poster where he's breaking through the door. Yeah. Then I had Stranger in a Strange Land poster. 2 Minutes to Midnight, Aces High. That's just magical. I had a Power Slave poster. Oh, I know how they just. I went through a bit of a Michael Jackson phase. I know. Hi there. No, I had Michael Jackson posters all over my walls. Big Michael Jackson guy. Yeah, I had the zipper jacket that my aunt stole. Well, she put it on me as a kid and told me to walk out of the store. So I said, just following orders, guys. You know, if I get arrested, just following orders. Aunt Doris said, just go out the door as fast as you can. I'm just a kid, so and that's it. I had a Michael Jackson jacket. I had the sparkly glove. I went to the first day of school. I had my Michael Jackson jacket, my black pants, because it was Beat It. You didn't know? Okay, this is it. This is all I was missing. Right here. And I could have been in Beat It. Hey, knife fight. Let's go. I was all about Michael Jackson. And then I made a hard right-hand turn right into Iron Maiden. I don't know what it was. So there you have it. Thank God, right? Thank God. And I was all about Iron Maiden, man. That's about it. And look at this. Wow. Wow, look at this. Oh, shit. Man About the 70s, Best Decade by the Usual Gang of Idiots. Remember these? Let me tell you something. This is a very nostalgic thing happening here. Yeah. Wow. So cool. I guess just a wrap up here, kind of the book. Spy versus Spy. I mean, Don Martin. Oh yeah, this is like history, like about the 70s. I guess this is all about the those 1970s Mad magazines. Very interesting. So cool. Yeah. American confetti. Wow. Yeah, this is neat. Crappy days. Woo! Mad Magazine, man. I could tell you. I could tell you about when I got my very first Mad Magazine. 1983. That was it, baby. I got a subscription. I remember. I loved the Mad Magazine so much. My mother said to me, "Do you want to get a subscription?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" You know, we paid something, and then it would come every month. I said, "Every month?" Because you couldn't just find Mad Magazine. Like, I got a Mad Magazine. Somebody got me my parents, maybe my mom bought me a Mad Magazine. Because we were at the bookstore or something like that. You could get it at like a B. Dalton or something like that. So, and I can remember it coming every month. When you initially put the subscription in, you had to wait like 2 months for it to come. But then I remember, and then you would get a Mad Magazine in the mail. Oh my God. Oh my God. As a kid, you never got anything in the mail. So to get your Mad Magazine in the mail, guys, there was nothing going on. I have to tell you. There was nothing going on. It was like, I can remember summertime. Summertime 83. Okay? If you're not hunting for a Wade Boggs rookie card, okay, or a Tony Gwynn. Remember in 83, the baseball cards that you wanted? That's right. 82, you could have got yourself a Don Mattingly rookie. So here we go. Mad Magazine was absolute magic. Magic. Spy versus Spy, Don Martin, the fold up in the back, the silly movies, the pictures, the everything. Oh my God, it was the greatest. Then I compiled a collection of Mad Magazines. You don't even know, from my prescription. And then I remember I got these bins full of old ones from I don't know who. Paperbacks, because the Mad Magazine had paperbacks. It had the magazine, it had the specials, the super specials, and then like stuff like this, recap stuff. Oh my God, awesome. I used to like looking at the old 70s and 60s ones. I had one from 1953, the paperback one, the old Mad one, where the Mad was spelled different. The Mad was spelled like this. I don't even know if it was related to Mad Magazine. And then you had the spin-off ones. You had Cracked, and what was the other one? I know National Lampoon, but that wasn't one. There was Cracked, and there was another one. Because when you would go to the newsstand in like a supermarket and whatnot, then they would have Mad Magazine, they'd have Cracked, and then there was like another spoof magazine. Oh, and then you could get the WCW magazines. It was always Ric Flair with a bloody face on the cover, with Dusty Rhodes bleeding all over the place like pigs. I said, what kind of wrestling is this? I watched WWF on Sunday. I don't see any of this blood. And WCW is nuts. All those old wrestling magazines, I remember them on the newsstand too. And my mother with a fucking Cosmopolitan. That's what she wanted, a Cosmopolitan. We go over to the newsstand. I'm seeing all these wrestling things. And I'm like, oh, I want that. I want that. Oh, or that other, what was the other hot rod drawing magazine? The magazine where they drew like hot rod stuff. Oh, fuck. You had that. You had like magazines like Teeny Bopper magazines. They were so popular. What were the Teeny Bopper magazines? Or you had the rock and roll magazine, the Hit Parade, right? Hit Parade, was it? You get to see like Ozzy and stuff like that back in the 80s, you know what I'm saying? Randy Rhoads' death. It's Hit Parade, man. Hit Parade. Was it Hit Parade? And then you had the Gore magazines. You had Fangora. Oh, yeah, baby. I used to love Fangora. And there was another one, too. Fuck. I used to love all this. Magazines were great. Magazine subscriptions. Oh, my God. Okay, guys. I mean, Keifer, thank you so much. Thank you for that very nostalgic trip at the end of the day, right? That's it, guys. Do you realize you just tuned in to the greatest video game program in the history of human civilization? And you better believe that. with the 4K face. We'll see you next time. Guys, get yourself over to Patreon. Again, we don't we don't roll commercials on our regular programming. You're welcome. Come to Patreon. Come to Patreon. No, guys, with the programming on Patreon is outstanding. We have the Advices program. You're gonna write to me. Write to me. Tell me your problems. Okay? People tell us horrendous problems. I mean, check this out. You don't need school. About an inch. You gotta get 220 to it. We don't have 220. Man, I'm farting like crazy over here. My apologies. It's disgusting. These are serious problems, man. I mean, woof. You know what I'm saying? But don't let that stop you from writing to me. Tell me your problems. We'll solve them just like this. That's right. And we also have a program called You're the Boss, where you write to me, you insult me, tell me I'm a slime bag, a piece of human garbage, this type of thing. And then you tell me what game you want me to play, and that's the game I play because you're the boss. And that's all there is to it. We play games that are really good. We play some games that aren't too good at all, actually. But that's okay, because you're the boss, you're in charge. And that's the name of the show. All right, Patreons, thank you so much for the support. We'll see you next time.